Vaughn, it's almost 1:30. Don't you think it's about time you got up?
What time did you say it was?
Almost 1:30.
Have you been awake long?
I haven't been able to get to sleep.
You mean you were awake all night?
Yes.
Oh, Courtney, that's
Vaughn!
not...
Things just didn't work as we planned. What more can we say?
Come on, Courtney. It was one night. Please, we were under a lot of pressure.
We tried, and nothing happened. We couldn't make anything happen.
You mean I couldn't?
Look, I'm not pointing any fingers. But I think we have to face this realistically.
Right. Courtney, please don't base a decision on one night. This thing takes time.
You know, you keep saying that. But I don't think that we can do it. And I don't think that this is the solution.
Ah, this is where you've been hiding out.
Maybe I should have locked the door.
Well, I know it's been a busy day. Having been here for a change has made it a little easier, hasn't it?
A little.
Okay, why do I get the feeling there's something you're not saying?
As you said, it's been a busy day, and I have a lot on my mind.
Excuse me, Sally Kendricks is out there, and she's asking for a lollipop, and she's not going to take it from anyone but you.
Oh, well, my public calls. At least somebody around here appreciates me. Well, remember we still have a room full of people out there, and then they get a little restless unless they see at least one of you busy.
What's that all about?
Oh, just Lucy being Lucy.
What's this, Vic Sanders?
Yeah,
Isn't that...
Vaughn Sumner.
What, has he been in here today?
No, he hasn't. Courtney came to see me the other day, wanting to know about his problem.
Right. Yeah, I remember you told me that.
So I asked her to bring him in so I could talk to them together. I told Courtney that if he refused to show up, she'd have the truth about the problem.
I take it then they never showed up here, huh?
No, they didn't. So I'm closing the file.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know. But truthfully, Ben, I'm more concerned about what happened to Terry.
Yeah, I know, we're all concerned. But Lori did get a call from the police last night, and they said they have, well, at least they've got some information from a reliable source that she is alive.
Yes, I know, but where is she? That's the problem.
I don't know.
Terry's still being held prisoner someplace. Nobody knows how to get to her.
Hi, Ernie. Get me a tonic with a little twist there, buddy. Hey, thanks.
Yeah, well, you know, John is hoping that Lance is going to tell him where the Bible is, so that Jeremy can return it to the princess as Lance and find out where Terry is. All under surveillance, of course.
Well, that sounds good if you can get Lance to open up. But that doesn't sound like the Lance that I know.
I agree. So does John. That's why he's come up with another plan.
Which is?
Let Lance go. Let him get the Bible, make a deal with the princess so he can find Terry. There you go, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Ernie. Yeah, but see, I still think the thing is too risky. If you let Lance go, there's no telling what the guy might do.
Good point. But one that John seems to be aware of. I don't know. I guess what it comes down to is finding Terry. And of course, if the police can find her without Lance's help, then they don't have to make any kind of deal with the princess.
Yeah, but that means that no one would know where that Bible is except Lance.
Yeah, well, as far as I'm concerned, that's not important.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say, Russ. You didn't pay $1.2 million for the Bible, buddy. Which reminds me. You know, I never did find out who Harold was representing. Do you have any idea who that was?
No.
That's about as big a mystery as Terry's disappearance and why the princess wants the Bible back so bad.
Well, the most important thing is Terry's safety.
Yeah. Have you seen Dave lately?
Yeah, he was at the clinic today.
How's he taking this whole thing about Terry? I mean,
Well, he's putting a pretty good front. I can tell, though, he's he's worried.
If we only had some clue as to where she might be.
It's too bad Jeremy couldn't help.
Yeah, he said it was in a deserted building. That could be any of 100 different places.
There's quite a few right here in this neighborhood. Maybe we should start across the street.
I have already.
You what?
I couldn't sleep last night, so I got up and got into my car and drove around the area. I've been in every building on the other side of the street as far as Largemont and then down East 2nd.
Nothing?
Not exactly. I saw rats, roaches, debris of all kind, and people living in those abandoned buildings. I mean, families, Ben. If nothing else, it makes me thankful for what I have. I intend to speak to Gene Redlin about this. Maybe he can do some articles or a series of articles about the problem. Get some new low-cost housing into Chesterfield.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Did Jeremy say if he and Terry were in a place like that?
No, he didn't say anything. It makes me so angry to think she might be in a place like that.
Yeah, I think there's more to your missing Terry than what you're actually saying here.
Shows, huh?
Yes, I'm afraid it does.
Well, I've been thinking a lot about us lately. I mean, about our relationship. We've come a long way since we first became friends. What's it been, a year and a half ago?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't love at first sight. But now we've come to mean so much to each other, Ben.
I know.
Now that she's missing, I have to fight the fear that I may never see her again.
This thing takes time.
How can you say that, Vaughn, when you don't really know? You fell asleep.
Courtney, I can get help. A psychiatrist, if that's what it takes.
And you expect me to wait?
You are my wife.
Yes. But I'm also a woman. With the same desires and shortcomings that you have. I can't be something that I'm not. I can't be one thing for you and still remain true to myself.
Sorry, I guess I don't have a right to ask you to wait. But I did think you would consider it.
I have been since we've been married.
Then say that you'll give me the time.
Vaughn, I gave you time. You're so full of fear that you're not some kind of Superman, you wouldn't even give it a chance to find out. So maybe what I'm saying is that it's too late. I've tried to understand everything. I have accepted this marriage with its problems. But you know what I've come to realize? I'm the one that has to make all of the adjustments for your needs. Well, I have needs too, Vaughn. Do you have any idea what I feel like after last night? I wanted to attract you. To arouse your emotions. But I also wanted to be desired, and none of that happened. You ran away.
I'm sorry.
Let me ask you something. When we were young, did you think I was perfect for you because my coolness indicated a lack of passion?
Courtney, I don't
Look, it
know
doesn't
that.
matter whether you did or didn't. The fact is, Vaughn, I have the same desires as any woman, and those desires will not be fulfilled in this marriage.
But they can be.
I understand what you've been going through. I know how hard it's been for you. But I need you to see this from my perspective.
I'd like to try.
Then hear me out. Now, you say that this impotence is psychological.
That's what the tests show.
How do you think that makes me feel? Don't I live up to your boyhood dreams? Am I so inadequate I couldn't even keep you from falling asleep last night?
Now, Courtney, that is not true.
Oh, do you really think so? Because I don't. Don't you think that this kind of rejection has any effect on me?
Yes, but I didn't think it would...
Don't you see, Vaughn? By my helping you, we may not be helping at all. We may be just dragging me down with you. Last night, I wanted to be loved. Look, I'm not blaming you. But you have got to see my side.
I'm sorry, I see what you've been going through, but in time, I'll be able to fulfill your needs. I know it, Courtney.
Do you think that's true? Why haven't you shown me in little ways?
Oh, what do you mean, little ways? It's all vague.
Like this, Vaughn. Just like tenderness and holding. I reached out to you so many times last night, and you just moved away from me.
I'm sorry, I was nervous, like I am right now. I didn't know what you expected.
I tried to tell you. You wouldn't hear me. Vaughn, we might as well have been in separate rooms last night. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Well, what do you intend to do?
I don't know. I just know that I've got a decision to make, and I don't know what it'll be.
Courtney, where are you going?
I don't know that either. I don't know, maybe a walk out there.
Look, Courtney, please. Before you go, let's talk this out.
Don't.
Please, Courtney. Come on, we'll have lunch. Look, it'll take me a few minutes to get ready, and I'll meet you downstairs. All right? I'll call down when I'm through.
Hey guys, can I get your refill?
Ernie, I'm fine, thanks, bud.
I got beer there. I'm fine.
So tell me something, did John say anything about questioning Lance again?
No, he didn't. The only thing John said to me was I couldn't be there.
I think I might stop down at the station on my way home. That's gonna be a pretty good story once it gets out in the open, if you know what I mean. And don't you forget, I've got the exclusive on your involvement in this whole
Got my
thing.
word. You got my word on it. Pete,
Hey.
hey. I was just asking Gene about you.
Yeah. Oh, you were? What about?
About your mother.
Yeah.
Any word yet?
Oh, no. Nothing today. This has, that's for Mr. McGovern. That's your rewrite of your last article.
I knew I was in too good of a mood this morning. Walter's always trying to bring me back down to earth. I tell you, I'm gonna have to get going anyway.
What's the matter, Pete? Oh, it's Courtney, isn't it?
But she's doing it here by herself.
There's one way to find out, buddy.
Go in and ask the girl. Pete, we're leaving. You go up and say something to the lady, huh?
And, of course, there's Hollister Mall. An excellent investment. Excellent. I'd like you to pay particular attention to this holding.
Fine. Now, what about your seat on the museum board?
Well, let me think about that. I'd really like to keep it if I could. They hold meetings only twice a year. I don't see why I can't fly into Kingsley for that.
Fly into Kingsley? Where from, Charles?
Well, Lake Forest, of course.
Oh, I see. Do you intend to introduce us?
Oh, this is my attorney, Dan Myers, my brother Preston.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Myers, you are assisting Charles with the legal details for his return to Lake Forest?
Yes, that's right.
Aren't you being a little premature, Charles?
Not in the least.
Oh, I see. Don't you think it might be prudent to wait to see if Courtney and Vaughn work out their problems?
Oh, that's all right. You can speak in front of Dan. I've already apprised him of Vaughn's difficulties.
Half of Kingsley must know by now. You have advised my brother about the legal ramifications of Vaughn's impotence?
As a matter of fact, and I hope this is never necessary, Dan has agreed to help me in court if you ever take it into your head to decide that an annulled marriage will also cancel our agreement.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm confident that Charles's claim will be upheld.
Ah, I see my brother has hired himself an attorney cut from the same cloth.
Well, now, is that a compliment?
You tell me.
You know, Preston, I certainly hope this is not going to be a preview of what to expect when I take over your seat on the shipping line board. I hope you step down gracefully.
Relax, Charles. Right now, the seat on the board of Carpenter Shipping is the least thing on my mind. Now, if you two gentlemen will excuse me.
Nice to have met you, Mr. Carpenter.
I'm sure.
Well, now, Dan, I want you to contact a realtor in Lake Forest and see about renting me a large house. I intend to do a lot of entertaining, and I want something that's appropriate.
All right, well, perhaps your brother could help us out on this.
Preston? Ha! He doesn't have any taste. He never did have. I want you to take care of that.
Where's Vaughn?
He's upstairs.
Upstairs?
He and I stayed here last night. And nothing happened. Please. Sit down. Peter, you were right. You've always been right. I know that you only ever wanted to look out for me, and I accused you of lying to me. How could I have doubted you?
I think the question now is, where do you go from here?
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Will you help me?
How can I help you?
By letting me know how you feel about me.
Well, you know how I feel about you. We went through this already. You're married.
I don't have to be married.
You mean you get a divorce? Would that make everything all right?
Oh, Peter, I don't know if everything can be made all right at this point, but I do need to know how you feel about me. Please look at me. Do you love me?
I want to always keep my eyes on you, Lord, not on my circumstances. Thank you, Lord. Everything you've done in my life. Bless my family. Help Peter through these most difficult times. And encourage Ben to find direction in his life. And Dave, thank you so much for bringing him into my life. I love him so much. Help him not to worry about me. I know somehow, Lord, you're going to get me out of here. I just ask that it be soon.
Peter, I need to know. Do you love me?
What difference will that make?
It makes all the difference in the world.
What about your mother and father? Huh? If I say I love you, it's not going to change anything.
Yes, it will. My father's behind me now, Peter. He says that the decision is mine, and if I want to leave Vaughn, I can.
What about your mother's care, huh?
I don't know. I haven't thought that through yet.
I think you should, don't you? If you get divorced, your mother's going to have to leave Rose Hill. Is that what you want?
No. But I do want to be with the man I love.
not that easy.
If we love each other, we can work everything out.
I beg your pardon. Are you Mrs. Vaughn Sumner?
Yes, I am.
There was a page for you in the lobby. Your husband is waiting for you in your room.
Thank you.
Your husband's waiting for you.
Peter.